Hey family, welcome and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make this authentic Nigerian bitterleaf soup, which is also known as Ofe Onugbu. If you love African cuisine, I promise you you're going to enjoy this one. So let's dive right into it. For this recipe, this is all you're going to need. Scotch bonnet pepper, some seasoning cubes, salt, Ogiri Igbo, which is also known as fermented locust beans. We have some palm oil for that rich flavor and color. Our thickening agent, some cocoyam paste. We have crayfish, and we have our bitter leaf. This has already been washed and squeezed. We have some cow skin, which is also known as kpomo. We have stockfish already cooked and deboned, and we have some beef and goat meat. The first thing I'm going to do is cook the stockfish. This takes a little longer to cook, so that is why I'm starting with it first. And also because of the scale that it has, I don't want to cook it with the rest of the meat, because the meat stock is what we're going to use to make our soup. I don't want the scale messing everything up for me. So yeah, I'm just gonna add it in the pot and put some water, cover it, and let it cook until it's soft. Next, I'm also going to cook my cocoyam, put it in a pot, pour enough water to cover it and cook until it's soft. Once you pierce a fork in it and it goes through, then you know that your cocoyam is ready. Just go ahead and take it out of the fire, drain and rinse with some cold water, and then peel the skin off. I'm going to blend this with some water and set it aside. This will be our thickening agent for our soup. Now it's time for us to build our flavor base. In a pot, add in your proteins, going with some onions and some seasoning cubes, your pepper, your salt. Stir everything together, cover it, and let it cook for about 10 minutes. I like to let my meat cook on its own so it produces its own juice before I go in and add any water. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So while the meat is cooking, I'll go ahead to clean and debone my stockfish. Please, I beg you, make sure you take your time in this process to debone the stockfish. You want to make sure that you take every piece of bone out to avoid stories that touches their heart. If you know, you know. It's not a good experience to have bone stuck in your throat, and especially if you're going to have kids eat it. So please take your time to debone if you're using any fish with bone. If you can find a stockfish that is already cleaned and deboned, that will be perfect. But I couldn't find that at the time of making this soup. So that is why I'm going through this process, okay? I just want to put out this reminder out here. Our fish is all clean and ready to be used. After cleaning my fish, I check back at the meat after about 10 to 15 minutes. This is what it's looking like. I'll stir everything together and I'm going to add enough water to cover the meat. I'll cover the pot and allow it to cook until the meat is tender and the stock is rich. Remember, this stock is what will form the backbone of our soup. So now the next thing on the list is to go ahead and wash the bitter leaf. This step is very important. What did I say? Very important. You will need to wash and squeeze the leaf several times until the bitterness is reduced. Please, I need you to pay attention because this part of the class is what will determine if you pass the exam at the end of the cooking. This process is what will either make or break your soup. So you want to make sure that you take this process very serious. So now that we're very clear on that, let's move on. I wash my bitter leaf for about 6 times, and then after that I go in and taste to make sure that I'm okay with the bitter level. So that is what I would recommend for you to do. Make sure that you taste and see if you're okay with the level of bitterness. If you're not okay, then go back in and do some more washing. The goal is to balance that unique flavor without it being overpowering. I know it is called bitterleaf soup, but you don't want to make your soup so bitter that nobody can eat the soup. Trust me, after washing this bitter leaf for about 6 times, it was still bitter. I had to go back 2 more times to wash this bitter leaf. And I tell you, the soup was delicious and I could still feel that bitterness in the soup and it was not overpowering. So please don't say because the soup is bitter leaf, so the soup has to be very bitter. You have failed class. And in this family, we don't fail. So please pay attention. So back to our meat. At this point, the meat has been cooking for about 20 to 25 minutes. Once the meat is tender, I'm going to go in with the already cooked kpomo, which is our cow skin, and stockfish. Remember, I've cooked the stockfish earlier. The kpomo I cooked already before. I'll mix that up and cover to cook so everything, all of those flavors are gonna come together for about 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, everything is looking good and smelling good. I went in with seasoning cube, added the ogiri, some crayfish, and then I poured in the palm oil. I stir everything to combine and then I cover it to cook for about 2 to 3 minutes so everything we've added can blend into the stock. Now after 3 minutes, the aroma is already nose blinding. I stirred everything to combine and then scooped in the cocoyam paste. The amount of cocoyam paste you add will depend on how thick you want your soup to be. I don't like my soup to be too thick because by the time it cools down, it's going to be even thicker, so I did not add all of the paste that I made. After adding my paste, I stirred everything all up and then I covered the pot to allow the paste to dissolve slowly. After adding your cocoyam, you want to make sure that you reduce your stove to low heat and cook until the cocoyam paste dissolves. This will thicken the soup and give it a creamy, smooth texture and also give the flavors time to come together beautifully. When you know that your coconut paste is fully dissolved, now go ahead and add your washed bitter leaf. Mix everything together and cover to cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. Still cooking on low heat, don't forget. After 5 minutes, just like that, our authentic Nigerian bitterleaf soup is ready. The aroma in this house right now, smells amazing. Just take a look at this pot of delicious goodness. Look at how rich and thick this soup is, and I bet you it's full of flavors. Now you can go ahead and serve this with any swallow of your choice. I paired mine with some soft pounded yam, and I tell you, it was delicious. 10 over 10. It was heaven on earth. If you have watched till this point, that means you have enjoyed this video and you love this recipe. So please don't forget to like this video, share it with others who is learning to cook African cuisine or who just love African food and want to dive more into cooking. And please don't also forget to subscribe to my channel for more authentic African dishes. Thank you so much for stopping by and for watching this video. It helps a lot, and I'll see you in the next video. Love you. Bye.